Several months have passed since the Bugler incident. The now peaceful planet Bomber is celebrating a massive pet boom.
Smarter than dogs and cuter than cats. A pet ballom for all households. Cuddly balloms, mischievous balloms, strong balloms. Raise them in any way you want. Balloms are so cute. I wish we could have one just like everyone else.
Huh. Seems like you're in need of love, my little sister. Okay, leave it to me. You don't need a pet. All you need, dear sister, is my comfort.
Hi, big bro. Oh, is that a ballom?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get the very last one. You all wanted one, right?
Lucky me.
Let me pet it too.
The Bomberman brothers rush outside, chasing after the ballom, only to see that the town is full of rioting balloms going on a violent spree.
What? What's happening? We've got to do something about this. Everybody, now's the time we use our powers that save the universe.
Yeah, balloms are so rare that we have to get ours back.
That's why?
The call of battle beckons. Stage clear! Done! Done! Stage clear! Done! You got me fair and square!
Done. Stage clear.
I was running after our ballom, and look where it's gotten us!
This is the warehouse of the company that imports balloms. Oh, that's...
Aw, these damn balloons. If they hadn't caused such a riot, we could have raised their prices even higher. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to make an escape to planet Brainwave and wait for the situation to calm down.
Excuse me! Do you work here? Have you seen our cute little ballom around?
That's not the question I had in mind. You! I bet you're the one responsible for this mess. From the way you're dressed, it's obvious you're planning to escape.
What are you saying? You consumers are the ones to be blamed. Balloms are creatures that can transform by absorbing things in their surroundings. So, of course, they're bound to have emotions, like other intellectual life forms. The reason why all these balloms are rioting is because they're getting bad vibes from those who are frustrated from being unable to purchase a ballom.
Can't blame the consumers when you're purposely keeping them scarce.
Yeah! If everybody could buy one, nobody would be getting frustrated in the first place!
Nonsense! You're accusing me of hiding our stock of balloms? I ask you, where's the proof in that? I'm an honest businessman. Is it night already?
Holy moly!
What
the heck is that?
It must be that the balloms in the warehouse ate each other and became one huge ballom.
So it's true that he purposely made them scarce?
Of course.
Good to know the truth, but it's coming for us!
Fair and square. Victory is mine!
We won!
Look, there go the balloons.
The scattered ballums float in the wind and flutter away to various locations on Planet Bomber. This magical, breathtaking sight eases the stress of all the people watching. And just like that, the rioting ballums are back to normal.
Now an update on the pet creature, ballom epidemic. The Planet Bomber government has just announced that...
So, I guess at the end of the day,
Upon this announcement,
it was our kindness that stopped the ballums from rioting. We need to stop being so greedy and learn to share with each other, okay?
It came back to me, which means that it's my baby. If you don't like that, then fight me.
Fine by me! I can bomb all day, buddy!
Hey, let me touch it too! Stop! Let's talk about this!
Guys, you know, can't we just be nice and share with each other?
Seems like no matter what case they solve, the Bomberman brothers are still far from being true heroes.
I'm so sick of this. Why can't someone comfort me too?
You are the only hero in the world that I see. You are just the right one for me. They say it only happens once, and I believe they may be right. 'Cause I saw you there, and you were like love at first sight. You were wearing a shiny cape, like books and stories, but your smile was real, and I knew you were the one I wanted. I fell head over heels. People don't believe me when they see your face. You were just a guy next door. I don't care if they don't understand. You hold my hand, so I won't ask for more. You are the only hero in the world. and I